How does I know Ghost
Hey.
Noodle. Oh hey.
Yo.
Hey,
Yo.
hey,
Yo.
hey, hey,
Yo.
hey,
Yo,
hey,
clap
boys,
check,
boys.
clap check.
Clap check. All right, we're good. What a hole. What a mess. There we go.
This is gonna be amazing.
This
Bro.
is insane, sir.
Oh my
No.
god.
Beautiful.
How
Hello
are
and
we all
welcome
doing?
to the
Welcome.
first episode
Yeah.
of the Wayward Warehouse Podcast.
Let's fucking go.
I'm just gonna give some shit to Matt right off
Bro,
the rip.
listen, when you're busy fighting dragons and shit, you just kind of
Fighting dragons.
All I'm gonna say is
that's exactly what I was doing.
sleep demon.
I was
is
gonna
all
say
I'm
I
saying.
fucking
Yeah,
I was
sleep
asleep.
demons.
I was asleep today.
Ugh.
Fuck. Leave it to me to drop the
Goddamn.
ball. All right.
Literal 10,
literally.
17
Me,
minutes.
yeah.
Noodles
17
quiet.
minutes late.
Me is 17
Okay.
minutes late.
Noodles
That's like a
quiet.
personal best for
Thank
me,
you.
so it's fine.
All right.
Do we all want to do like a little mic check for
Yeah,
chat?
yeah,
to
yeah,
tell us
mic
whether or
check.
not our mics are good.
Yeah, mic check, please. Am I good? I don't know. Turn Noodle
You're
down.
Turn Noodle down.
Yo,
Do you mean turn Noodle
me
down to 0? Or do you mean like...
0%?
No,
noodle
this-
hair, gross,
this-
stinky.
This mofo's got to be
Stinky.
like 250%. How are we doing, guys? Welcome.
Okay, so you were asking me about my water, but also my water.
Yes.
So I have this right for water,
Mhm.
because I was like just whatever.
Uh-huh,
But then I was like, oh, I also have this,
Okay, Dr. Pepper.
the 2-liter.
dude, the thuds.
So
Okay.
once this is empty, I'm gonna pour that.
That's a really
You're
good.
just.
I have this.
Check this
Cool.
out.
Sound check, sound check. Does it work?
Yeah, sound check.
Sound check.
Clap.
Ghost.
Okay.
Hey,
What?
you
What?
good, man?
What?
You good?
Yeah, I was there. My brain was totally not off somewhere else already. Yeah. So this should be it.
This is a
So
mess.
everyone, hello.
I think we should first kind of introduce ourselves, and
Yeah.
I want an explanation of why we named it this, because I know it started off with me for some reason. My incredible name, or my brain and everything. Warehouse just came to mind. And then was it Noodle that did the Wayward with the, or was it Ghost?
Well,
Was
so
It wasn't me. It was
Wasn't
not me.
Yeah.
I was looking up, like, I was trying to look up synonyms for warehouse because the Warehouse Podcast already existed. And so
Sucks.
then I was like, that sucks. And so we came with a bunch of like meme names. Like the
Mhm.
whorehouse was definitely thrown in there.
Yeah, it
Like
was.
we came up with some pretty good names, but I don't remember what synonyms I was looking up, but I started looking up synonyms for like silly and kooky, and Wayward came up, and I was like, oh shit, Wayward Warehouse alliteration, nice.
It sounds really good.
Poggers.
I actually
And,
love it.
It'll still work with the Twitter handle as well. If we decide to
Yes.
change it at some point in the future.
I am
yeah.
so mad. I'm going through making all the socials for this podcast.
Right.
Instagram, Wayward Warehouse, works totally fine. I get to Twitter. I start typing in Twitter. Tick, 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 beepity boop, whatever. Your username cannot be 15 characters or more.
Yeah.
Our username is 15 characters exactly. It has to be 14 or less. So
So
we're
dumb.
Wayward WH on Twitter because
See that it
Literally
works.
love
I love
that.
it.
I
loved
think it does look a little clean.
Yeah,
If you
It
want
does,
to
it
share
does
it.
look clean.
yeah.
but it's so
Let me put that in
freaking
chat. If you guys want
annoying,
to
man.
follow that Twitter, it is going to be, what is it? Wayward
WH,
WH.
and the Instagram is Wayward Warehouse.
Okay.
Now we
those
were talking
in.
about it earlier. I hope Matt doesn't
Yeah.
want the fame for all himself. Joke, by the way.
Yeah, no,
and
no.
we're
of
gonna
course
be
not.
getting
No.
a command somewhat soon.
Yeah.
The link Ghost, Noodle, did mine,
Fuck, that's what I was supposed to be doing.
any other like person we have on there, because the thing with Wayward Podcast, at least I don't know about you guys, it can't just be us. We gotta have more chaos. Someday we'll have
That's true.
people.
Uh-huh.
I think it'd be fun. But other than that, I do think we need to introduce ourselves. Who wants to go first?
Nose goes.
I was gonna say, what
Order of the
command we were
cams.
gonna do?
Let's
Exclamation
go.
mark WH.
Let's go in
Yeah.
order of the cams.
Yeah.
So Matt, Ghost, Spice, me.
Oh fuck no, I'm not going first.
Bitch, you're going first.
Okay, all right. I don't know. My name's Matt. I'm the owner of the channel. You know, totally original idea, all me. They're just kind of like here. So that's a thing.
Checks out.
Checks
Can't
out.
tell, but
Checks
I'm,
out.
I'm shaking my head. I'm nodding yes.
And in my free time, I stream some variety games. Do a little bit of art. Sleep way too much. Hence why we're definitely late. I will certainly take the blame for that today. Before the guy, I'm gonna make fun of myself before the guys make fun of me. So, and that's pretty much it. I'm 24 years old, just living life at the fullest, and that's literally it.
Good intro. Good intro.
I'm not good at this. Please, somebody else.
Ghost turn.
I'm just in the process of following Superfine Spice here on.
You don't follow me?
Oh,
What?
I'm
Okay.
Start off strong. I was like,
Turning
yeah,
on
just
the-
take his
you
link
block-
and oh no.
Turning on
Yeah.
uBlock Origin. Never gonna watch an ad again. Just...
Actually, hold on.
Wow.
I don't know if I'm following Spice.
Imagine.
Guys, listen,
Whoa.
I said earlier that I know I'm new. I barely know you guys.
Come
It's a-
on.
Wow. I follow. Even I follow Logie. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Come on.
I now follow
So-
Superfine Spice.
That would be the thing that I generally do the most, which is moderate here on Twitch. I stream like a tiny little bit, and generally just like fuck around the rest of the time. Full-time gamer, part-time streamer.
Mm.
Pretty much it.
Right.
I'm 37, so I think I'm the oldest here as well, by like quite a margin as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Grandpa.
That's where that's gonna go.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
Right
the
away.
Trying to be like more mental health positive and stuff like that.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Member of Hyperfocus for like ADHD streamers. So we're trying to work out like how we can sort of integrate that into more of like the streaming community as a large.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And then there's this, which whatever this turns into.
Yeah.
Hell
Yeah.
I'm completely aware of what that's going to be.
Don't even know.
Next.
Spice, your
shit.
turn.
Okay, it's me. Hi.
Yes.
My name's Logan, super precise. I guess I can start with my age. I'm 21. I legit streamed for 4 months, got to 100 followers, said okay, that's it, and then I stopped streaming. I primarily just talk to people. I'm extremely friendly, and I want to make as many friends as I possibly can. And yeah, that's basically it for me. I guess it's nudes.
Hell yeah. So I am noodle hair. Because of noodle hair.
Mm-hmm.
I am 22 years old. I have an alcohol addiction. I'm just kidding.
Wrong meeting, dude. Wrong meeting.
That was last week.
Fuck.
So I started streaming on Twitch because two of my friends, we were just gaming back in 2017, and two of my friends were like, hey, you know what Twitch is? And I was like, not really. What is it? And they're like, people are stupid on there and they do video games. And I was like, that's pretty cool. And they're like, you're streaming. And I was like, why me? And they're like, sucks to suck. So then I started streaming on there because they wanted to see like their games live and whatnot. So started streaming on there, and I've been streaming on there since 2018 of March.
Hell yeah.
And now
Okay.
I don't stream anymore. Lol.
Hey, you're starting to.
High
That's a good
five.
thing.
Yeah.
High five.
High
We'll
five.
see. I don't know where your cam is compared
Yeah.
to. There we go.
I'm-
Just don't touch my eyeball.
I'm
Oh.
below you. So like, if you could just
yeah.
kind of give me like a little. Well, actually, on the. I
You're
don't even
like
know.
bottom
That's
left.
on that's on
bottom right
Discord.
up.
Actually, like I'm like to the top left. Of
I'm
you or
top
whatever.
right, top right on
This
Discord.
is this is all disoriented.
Yeah.
But I guess
Yeah,
like
no, that's me.
what's something that we would all want to jump into because we all have a connection with Twitch in particular. So like
I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
That I want to ask for you guys because we talked about it earlier before the stream started. But sorry about that. So what are your goals for this? Like personally, for me, whenever we said this, I just kind of thought to myself, "Oh, this just sounds fun." But then I actually thought about like genuinely becoming friends with you three. Is how my outlook's on it.
Yeah.
And I would love for this to go somewhere, but if you want to know the truth, if it could literally get one of you on every social media, I would do it again. Just because I'm already having fun and we're 10 minutes in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here for the memes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that ultimately, that's why I'm here. It's for every time you've asked, like, podcast, I want at least one podcast to have been made.
Yeah.
If that's the ratio where it finally works out, I'll be a very happy man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know why I say that, if you want the truth.
Can't complain. Can't complain.
Yeah, I can't complain either.
I'm in it for memes, for friendship, for chaos, and that's about it. For the fame. I'm in it for the fame.
Stacks of
the
cash.
fat stacks of cat. I'm really not. Someone in chat said, "Nice cup ghost kit." Could we get a look at that? Oh,
that's
hell
sick.
yeah! Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
It's like,
Hey, mine's
festival
bigger
cups.
though.
If they're just indestructible, it's the only reason I've still got them.
I have.
I'll say that, and I'm guaranteed I'll break it on the podcast now. And just be incredibly sad.
Oh, it's Phoebe. I'm sorry, it's not a someone. It's
Phoebe.
Phoebe.
Just been demoted to someone.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Okay.
Did we want to do Q&A with people like just in chat randomly, or did we want to like stack questions in a
I think
channel?
we could do like a little like segment where someone in chat ask a question.
We could do that now if you'd like.
Because I was telling Noodle and Ghost I would love to do like a Reddit like a segment where we go on like am I the asshole or like just a genuine question thing and we just talk about it.
I'd like to do that as well, but also like include like AMA is generally
how
I operate on Twitch anyway. Like there's no subject that I won't touch unless it's obviously like toss.
All right.
This isn't my channel today, so like throw them out there.
No. Literally, like honestly, just full send it. I don't give a shit.
The goal of the podcast is to get Matt's channel banned.
Good plan. Let's go. Let's go.
Matt didn't know we were talking about that before.
All right, everybody, say like the worst word you can think of.
I was gonna just show my
Stinky.
ass. I didn't want to say a word.
Stinky.
Oh yeah, hold up. So wait. If you ever decide to end the podcast, I'm just gonna turn around, drop trowel, spread ass cheeks.
I'll be right there.
That's
with
the
you.
end of the podcast.
Perfect.
You wanted to end the podcast, or you wanted to make it go viral? I'm trying to like.
It could
Why
jump
not a
start.
bit of both?
We just do it. We just rip the Band-Aid off right up the start.
Honestly,
Yeah, we just boom,
fucking
LSF.
cock and balls out, easy.
Jesus Christ.
It was his ass.
So this is not the way I think we thought the podcast was gonna go.
It's
not.
Very dark and devious turn already.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew exactly where this was going.
Oh, I knew exactly where it was going to. But
So, is this the segment where we go and we look at the notes that Noodle made?
Yeah, so I think
yeah, it was for that, but also like asking people like, do we want to have someone like stacking questions, like DMing them to like a mod, or do we want to put them into Discord?
Yeah,
and
we
just,
can
like,
have
write
that.
them out and do them in
Yeah,
order.
we could do that. Have them load up over time.
Yeah, so if you guys want to, just feel free to pop in some questions. How do they want to go about that? I mean, they can put something in my Discord for now, or
no, we have the podcast Discord.
we do.
Yeah.
We do.
And I can make.
We do. I should probably have added the podcast
Here.
Discord to the command.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
have-
I literally don't know.
Podcast.
So while everyone does this, I am gonna go by what Noodle wrote down because I do think it is, as the first episode, I would, for me at least, I would like to get to know you guys better because, as I said,
Yeah.
it is, I barely know you three in a actual genuine friend like sense.
Way.
So how did we all meet? Like how did, mainly you three for right now, because how I met you guys was through Little, and I'm pretty sure it's like that for everyone. Where
Do
I am a friend of Lo, and then I found out she
Right.
streams, and then I harassed her about a podcast for about a year,
Yeah.
and then yeah,
So that's
and then now we're
where
here.
that okay. I feel like well, I guess we can kind of bounce off of like Lil, because I kind of came in like way later into the picture. I feel like you guys were certainly around before I was. I've been following Lil for about like 13 months now or so. So who's who do we know has been like kind of
I think
in
in
that?
order it would have been
I'm the
Superfine,
longest.
then Noodle, then me,
Yeah,
then
then
you.
you. Right.
oh, I haven't known her for long at all.
I've known her for like
I-
4 years.
Other way
That's-
around then.
Oh, damn.
Noodle, me, Spice Demon.
Yeah, I think I don't know actually. Time's kind of not really.
Yeah, so
thing.
back on her old username, which I don't know if that's public anymore or not, but she had a different username on Twitch. Her username now is Lil Miss Lilith. She's awesome. She's actually grinding towards partner.
Mm-hmm.
The one that
Let's
she used
go.
to play Fortnite on.
The one that she used to play Fortnite on.
Fortnite. Download Fork Knife right now.
Oof. Fork Knife. When does podcast Fork Knife win?
Right now.
So I back when I actually used to stream, right?
Should probably give her a shout out.
I was just
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I
go
was
for
just
it.
like, oh, play video games and stuff. And this person hopped into my chat and she's like, yo, curly hair gang. And I was like, yo, curly hair gang. And then she followed me and it was like, hey, I stream too. Blah blah blah. Like we got to talking, and then I followed her Twitch.
Right.
We played Fortnite for a while, and then both of us kind of stopped streaming for after 2019 ish, and then she picked it back up, and is now Lil Miss Lilith, and hell yeah, that's how
yeah.
I. But then so going off of that, then I met Ghost via her chat, just being mods in her chat,
Right.
and then Ghost one day came along and was like, yo, you like Among Us? And I was like, Among Us.
Among
And then I
Us.
played Among Us.
What I
and-
should have said was, yo, you all fancy murdering me for 3 hours solid, because that's
Yo,
what happened.
Listen, okay. So I guess
Not that I'm bitter or anything. Not that I'm bitter on it.
Mugus, this is a good way to bridge here. So, like how I personally got involved in Lily's community was I had downloaded Rust a long time ago, and I was looking for somebody to kind of learn the game from, and somebody who was friendly too, because a lot of people were just like sweaty as shit, and I was like, okay, well, whatever. And I kind of came across Lil's channel by accident, kind of looking for that. And she was very, very nice to me from the get, in chat and stuff like that. And it was just like, it was just a very, very easy, like kind of vibe to start to fall into and build and what have you. And I kind of fell off for a while, and I started to pick it back up and started to spend time in her stream again, back around like late April, early May, and started hanging out with more people. I know I had kind of met people beforehand on the backside of things. I guess apparently like Phoebe and I think Ghost, like I feel like we've had conversations like way before like May, but like we never really like formed a friendship or anything. And So I started kind of hanging out there a little bit more, and I had built rapport, I feel like, with Thebe, which kind of started to pull me into like the friend group a little bit. And I started to get back into streaming again at this point. So um, that was a really, really nice thing to do. And I saw that um, Lily, as well as a few other streamers, were doing like subathons and stuff like that. And um, I decided to hold I think it was my first one or my second one. But we actually planned on doing like Among Us and like Minecraft and everything like that. And I think that was like my super long subathon that went for like, I don't know, I want to say like 46 hours or some shit. I don't even know. Yeah, it was kind of
Some
nuts.
insane number.
I can't stream for
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, and dude, it messed me up. But I had tossed out an invite to, I believe it was like Phoebe. I think I invited Lily. I don't remember if I invited Ghost directly. And like a few other friends. And I think Ghost had invited Noodle along, personally, to join in the chaos. And that's kind of where we all like originally had started to like play games and kind of form a friendship, because I know like beforehand, like it was just kind of chatting and stuff like that and whatever. I don't know if I ever really met or spoke to Noodle before that day.
I doubt it.
But man, we were like
Yeah.
like after Among Us, like him and I specifically, like we're just talking for hours about like fucking Marvel and shit, just on Minecraft, like having a blast. It was like fucking 5 in the morning or some shit. I was still going on my stream, and like I guess that's kind of where like things started to get rolling. I don't remember, like I know I want to, I don't remember where I met Spice exactly, cuz I feel like I had just kind of like met you in between
It's
like
100% because of Phoebe.
chat rooms,
I
but it
realize
is
that.
because of Phoebe. Yeah, I know
Mhm.
I know it's because of Phoebe, but I just don't remember like the when and where kind of thing, because I feel like
Yeah.
with us it was more of like a chat room thing, but then you started to hang out with me in my streams.
Of course.
And I don't know, we just became friends. We were both mods for her channel and stuff like that. And
It was for a little sub event. We did a server, and me, you, and Phoebes like partied up.
oh yeah,
That's when probably the first time I ever actually talked to you.
yeah,
And then Ghost is that not to put a lot of focus on Ghost, but Ghost is just a genuinely good person.
Oh, yeah.
He
Oh,
wait, every time I see him,
Oh,
every
yeah.
single time I see him talk
No.
about like something that involves like anxiety with something, it makes you really happy. So
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure either I reached out to him and thanked him, or it was the other way around in some sort of way.
Mhm.
And then he asked me for the whole little stuff. It was super nice. Noodle, as I've been playing with Matt a little bit more, I've been breaking my comfort zone playing that. Noodle still likes CS:GO. Um, hats off to him for playing CS:GO still. But instantly, I feel like I instantly like became friends with him the second I talked to him.
That is fair.
And I'd say that's the same for everyone else here.
Yeah. I feel
He's
like
a
we all
family
have
guy.
like
Yeah, the way that I came into it was through Little Stream, obviously, and that's
yeah.
Mhm.
the sort of like this. I say like two elements towards Twitch as far as communities go. You've got like communities around games or communities around streamers as well, and with the like communities that you build for streamers, I think it's important that the moderators also like talk to each other, play games together, stuff like that, because it allows you to communicate a lot better when you're trying to support that person as well.
Right.
So we got raided over by uh Nikki, which is she's a partner now, but at the time she was called Scary Fairy, and it was I met her through the Rust category, and it was just one of those things where I'll meet a streamer and it's like there's a few of them where you just when you meet someone and you go, that person's going to be a partner, and this is what she needs to do to be able to get there, and like this is what he needs to be able to do to get there, and I can see it's either like like now, like my lighting's a bit scuffed, or like someone's audio might need a bit of work, or they might need to like work on the branding and stuff like that. And I like helping people out through moderation on that stuff and doing like the back end of it
Yeah.
more so than streaming. And then the other part of it is just making friends, playing games together,
Hell
you know,
yeah.
and like enjoying that part of it. Because it was like everyone was sort of like drifting further apart. We were trying to figure out how we could even just get like a full squad on a game anymore, or like getting like
Right.
a full 8 people together to play Rust is like nigh on impossible unless you want to join some like mindless clan of people that generally don't even like each other, but they're just playing just not to get their teeth kicked in.
Right.
And I think that most of us are probably like here are more memers than take it seriously, and like
Right.
that's the way I like kind of like to play games, because like now you can see like the various mods in chat are all they're talking to each other, they're picking on each other, they're bullying the other mods that don't have mod on this channel.
Right.
It's a beautiful thing to see. so yeah, that's the way I came. Like I came into Lils at a time where she was coming back and she was just starting to like take things more seriously and wanting to go full time, and I was like, it's going to annoy you like the things that I say about her, but it's like I could see like what she was doing wrong with her audio, and the way that she was using a headset mic. She'd hit like as far as she could go, using that, but like I couldn't stop watching the channel. Like I'd read it over, and I was like, yay, you know, like I'm gonna go to bed now. And then she was very engaging, so I was like, all right, okay. And then that was it. And then I got to know some other people there, and then you know, some of them are like incredibly good friends now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
18 months later or whatever it is. And I think that's the best part about Twitch.
Absolutely.
Everything else to do with the platform, but I absolutely love that.
Yeah.
You know?
I can volley off of something that that Spice was talking about a little bit earlier, and it was talking about like mental health and stuff like that. And I know, like, I know that I I am a bit of a memer myself, but I tend to be very mentally aware. Like I can kind of, you know, water myself down and have those conversations, but I try to, you know, stay on the entertaining side and stuff like that. And I know, like with, you know, ADHD and stuff like that, that's something that's always been something that's really been hard to deal with. And that's one thing that kind of Ghost reached out to me about and was like, hey man, you know, I have like this community that kind of like helps, you know, you kind of understand those things and stuff like that, and talk about things that are going on in your life, and what have you. And I feel like, you know, sometimes I use that community, sometimes I don't at the end of the day. But I feel like establishing that connection with Ghost Alone was one of the biggest ways that him and I formed a connection. Was him and I are actually much more similar in how our brains operate.
Fail to operate.
Fail to operate. Then, yeah. And
like we've said before, all one brain cell that we swap between us.
Yeah, it's literally.
You'll see it just like ping ponging and like bouncing around the various screens.
Oh, here comes.
In real time, yeah.
What's happening?
I was just getting the brain cell over to me.
I interrupted you.
Yeah.
There's the brain cell.
Oh,
Yeah.
there it is. It's gone. She gone. She out of here.
I totally interrupted you, Matt. That's my
bad.
bad.
I don't even remember what I was talking about. I was like, it literally voided. It's gone.
Mental health.
Yeah. We I guess like that was a connection that was established with Ghost that is still close to my heart, because I don't really have a lot of people that understand that out of me specifically, like especially here from home. Like we're not very mentally aware. We're very conservative in my AOE, okay? And you know, I feel like the people I met on Twitch and everything like that have been really, really understanding and really I guess like I don't really know how to put it other than like comforting, I guess.
It's
to
helped me
to
with like practical skills as well, like
yeah.
on a day-to-day basis, things that I'd taken for granted,
Mm-hmm.
where there's, say for example, um, getting in a car and like putting on a seatbelt is
Right.
something that some people take for granted as like a safety action, or like choosing which road you go down if you're going from A to B, because like one road's like an easier road in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's like similar things that you do with ADHD, where it's like, oh well, I'll do it this way because this way's easier to me in my own way.
But it makes no sense
But
to
it makes
like.
no sense to other people when you try and
Right.
like explain it. Like that analogy just made no sense to most people in chat probably. But like there's things to it, like with not being able to remember where you put stuff. So like I'll come in the house and I'll have like a place for like my bowl for my like keys, my wallet, my watch,
Right.
everything.
Right.
And it's so I don't instantly forget the thing that I just had in my hand where I put it. Because if I put it somewhere else, that bitch is lost
Yeah,
forever.
it's gone.
It's just
The-
gone.
the-
There's no
It's
two
gonna
ways
be
for
about
gone
it.
until
real,
you're
for
not looking
real.
for it.
Yeah,
for,
yeah.
for me, everything is like spread apart in like a explosive way, but I know where it is, if that makes sense. So like my keys will be like up near my display with my like I have like a bunch of like Spider-Man figures and shit like that. So it's just
Mhm.
chilling up there. But then my phone is over kind of like by my window, but then my wallet is over on my desk. But then like it's all just all over the place, but I know where it is.
But it makes perfect sense.
It makes
to you.
perfect
Like,
sense
you
to
know,
me.
like it's
Right,
organized
right,
chaos.
right, right, right,
Yeah.
right. Exactly, exactly.
So I have something I kind of want to talk about because it kind of
Sure.
goes along with the mental health thing, and it kind of, I guess I could explain to you guys why I was up till 6:30 in the morning, um, bawling my eyes out because I beat the game I've been playing for the last like 6 months, Final Fantasy 14. I beat the last expansion, and
Let's
it
go.
had
Oh yeah.
it had this really weird message in it where it legitimately opened my eyes and gave me kind of a newer outlook because spoilers for the last expansion,
Mm-hmm.
but it dealt with emotions in humans or
Okay.
just beings in general, and this character was made off of the base like emotion of just finding out what the meaning of happiness is.
Right.
And they were sent off to millions and millions of different planets and stars. And this person came back and everything was the worst. Death, killing, just the most depressing stuff she's ever seen. And it spiraled into the world. Literally, she gained so much power from these emotions that she just wanted to kill everything because
Mm-hmm.
there's no point in living if everyone's just gonna die anyways.
Right.
Why not
Right.
just end it now? Um, and the end of it, her resolve is genuinely one of the greatest things I've ever seen because she just asked our character, why do you keep going? And this is the part that got me. Because my character replies with my friends. And it really made me realize how fucked up the world is and how I'm still happy at the end of the day. Why? And then
Right.
I just lost it. It's because of people like you guys that are keeping me motivated. And please play that game. That's genuinely all I ask.
Dude,
It's the
I feel
message in
that.
it. The message in it is just
I just thought that.
it's so philosophical.
Please genuinely play that game now that you know the end.
I was gonna
Listen,
say
okay, here's the
literally,
thing.
literally,
Spoiler alert.
It would take
And
you
just like
Yeah.
crop that part out.
400, 500 hours to get to that end. I promise you. Don't worry.
you didn't
Yeah.
have me until the end. So I actually need
Let's-
every in between too. Like if you could just go through the whole storyline,
Oh, I got you.
verbally.
Point
So
blank.
in
Then
Azoria, there's a free trial that you can get. For
Let's hear it.
the first two expansions. Hold on, let me remember the copy pasta because it kind of went away because they're suffering from success and had to take it off.
Yeah.
Free expansions. Yes. Next topic.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say
Bam.
let's like ping pong off of that
Yeah.
with like what games do we like right now, and like what games have we liked in the past, and are we looking forward to in the future, kind of thing. Like for me, like I mean, right now it's like Valheim with the
Yeah.
community server that that
Yeah,
we have going.
like
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
that has
Oh my
been
God.
one of probably that's the Valheim server that we've been on has been like a longer version of the last game that we played of like Among Us, where
Yeah.
you have these like one shot games, and the things that make it fun for me is it's got to be like a good game that's like able to be played with friends, but also it needs to be with the right group of people.
Right.
So like
Mhm.
solo games now, if it's an excellent storyline, or if it's like like a really well put together game, fair enough. Like that'll get a certain amount of merit. But the games that I love the most are games like Rust, where I hate that game. I
Rust.
vehemently hate that game. Like
I
it
I
is,
don't know
it
how you guys
drives
play it
me.
so much.
It causes
Nice.
me pain. Do you know what I mean? Like genuine, deep-seated psychological pain. But that'll be my favorite game for a very, very long time.
Mhm.
And I've had the same things with like World of Warcraft, where it
I was
was
gonna say that's
just
how a lot of people feel with
yeah,
WoW.
yeah, just grinding it over and over and over again, and
Mhm.
seeing the same issues to do with the development team, and them making the same mistakes, and like
Right.
listening to the larger community overall, and taking it in the wrong direction, and like taking out things that were good about the game. But at the same time, you carry on playing because you've got that guild there and you've got that community.
Right.
Mhm.
So I think for me, it's more about the journey with your mates than it is about the particular game, unless it's
Mm.
Rust, and then I love
That
playing.
genuinely. So funny enough, that's why I don't play WoW is because I feel like the community outside is very toxic. But that's the
Mm,
biggest
Oh,
reason why I play Final Fantasy.
you
I've
don't even
genuinely
know.
never seen hundreds of thousands of people be the nicest, like genuine, like as if we're
yeah,
friends.
yeah.
Hundreds of thousands of people. You can go there and if you talk to someone in WoW, there's like a genuine 50% chance they'll be like, "Who the fuck are you? Stop.
I
Leave me
think
alone."
the way that happens is when you have accountability of the player as well. World of Warcraft originally, you could only sort of deal with the people that were on your server, and you couldn't change your name on the
Mhm.
forums or anything. That
Yeah.
was it. So you had like a certain amount of reputation that was built into you not being a dickhead.
Yeah.
And then
Mhm.
as soon as they add in things like looking for group, where you can just click a button and like get teleported into a dungeon, and there's no sort of drawback to you being an asshole and then getting kicked out and then just signing up again, that's where you have people
You kind of lose that
basically,
humanity. You just lose that
Right.
yeah, they
friendship.
just there's no sort of like there's no community to it. You'll never see these people again, so there's no
Mhm.
accountability.
Right.
And that happens a lot with like other games like Rust,
Oh my
where
god.
the
Yeah.
way that people can change the names on Steam. So like day one, you might have someone being like the worst of the worst in regards to like racism or some other aspect that shouldn't have any place in gaming at all, but
Right.
they get away with it because there's no accountability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like I get how people should have like there should be it's that fine balance between like a certain level of like anonymity, which I think everyone should have in gaming for their own protection,
Mhm.
balanced against accountability if someone's abusing that for the wrong reasons. And
Mhm.
that's the same way like I feel about Twitch and creating multiple accounts and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
Smurfs and everything else.
Right.
That's one of the
Um,
big issues with CS:GO too. Is like you're in a match with someone for 30 to 90 minutes, then chances are you never see them again. So they just
Oh,
spam
they're so bad.
yeah,
garbage,
They're
and
so
then
bad.
it's like, okay, well, you ruin the chat, or you ruin the experience for everyone else. Okay, you can go on your merry day and just go
Yeah.
fuck off.
Right.
Like
Right. Right.
yeah, yeah,
Right.
that's it. I 100% agree with the accountability. Like if it was like, oh, your account, like, if I mean, you can commend accounts and stuff like that. I don't know if you can do that in other games, but CS:GO, you can commend accounts. Nobody does it anymore. But if
Mhm.
there was like a factor where you could commend but also
I think
report somebody for toxicity.
developers need to make a stand against it together, and they also need to incentivize it. Like if there was a way that you had, say for example, the accounts with, I don't know, like the highest reputation at the end of a season were also like held out as like a standard to be held to kind of thing. Um, and there was some kind of focus done on it, like in a like community award system.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that would still be open to abuse, like because you'd still have like the whole thing with like streamer privilege and everything else, like people upvoting people who they like.
Right.
But then again, when you have like streamer privilege and it's people like, say for example, like Pestilli from Escape from Tarkov,
Mm-hmm.
when people like him, it's because he's generally A, not being an asshole, B, doing all the things you would like to see in gaming, and C, like raising money for charity. If he got some kind of community award and was like, like held up as a standard to aspire to, I have no issue with that.
Right.
On other games and stuff like that, or on a smaller scale, I don't necessarily have like a solution to it, but I think it's just something that needs to be done for everyone's benefit, to be honest.
Yeah, because it's not fun to be bashed every game
No.
you do, no matter what it
Yeah.
is.
No. I mean, like, so I know I'm gonna bring it up, but one game that kind of like has had a hard time with toxicity for quite some time. I mean, they've gotten
League?
better about it. Was League, yeah.
Yeah.
And he knew,
Yeah.
he knows. And I was
Yeah,
like,
I knew where
I hate
this
bringing it
was
up. League of Legends, my guy. But I will say, like, as far as like general toxicity, like the game has gotten better. The hard part about that game is that you have very specific roles, right? You have a job. Each one is kind of vital to winning or losing, and it is not a wholesome game. But there's so much responsibility behind your role, and if you fall behind, like you're getting shit from not only your own team but also like the other side of it and all chat and stuff like that. And that's just like, it's a different kind of toxicity when you have eyes kind of just watching your every move kind of thing, like, well, why didn't you do this, why didn't you do that kind of thing. I've played it since, I mean, and in some ways it's gotten better, but like in some ways it's really gotten a lot worse. But I've played it since, I want to say, like 2015, took a couple years off, and now I'm back on it for whatever fucking reason, but here we are. Yeah.
That I had that when I played HOTS a couple of weeks ago with Lil, and
Yeah.
I'd never played it before, so I was like on my first, like, right, it was like a brand new account and that on there, and we got into matches and people are like, no one fucking new plays this game. It's like a Smurf account, like, why are you so shit? I'm like, this is my like third game that I've ever played. And they're like, oh, well, you're doing okay.
Right? Yeah, there's just so much
Yeah.
there's just so much like MLG potential and shit like that. It's just kind of like, you put an esport behind a game and it just kind of ruins it, I mean,
yes and no, because there's that competitive nature that, like,
there
if
is.
you want a game to be alive, you have to have some sort of competitiveness in it. Because if everyone's just having like no pressure, no anything, there's no strive to get better. And how are you gonna dive 1,000 hours into the game if you're not improving or wanting to improve?
Yeah, I think that like that depends on
right.
the type of game that you're trying to play, because like obviously we're talking like very specific like niche genres and that there as well, because you do have games that people play for fun.
Sure.
Like you wouldn't say that like Animal Crossing is necessarily like a competitive game,
Yeah,
but people can play that like
it's not.
it's another life or another job. Like similar kind of hours.
Right.
Don't. Thanks. You didn't have to do that to me.
What? But yeah,
no, it's
let's go Animal Crossing.
Just shitting all over this point.
But yeah, it's like another games like Minecraft. Like I've never really understood why people like playing like PvP in Minecraft. Or
I
like,
don't know.
necessarily even why there's like a PvP mode in Valheim, apart from just if you want to mess around and like kill your mates, because there's only 10 people on a server. But
Right.
it's like those games are again the type of games that I love playing, because it's the co-op nature of it, and you can control like the people that you're playing with. But
Mhm.
games like LOL, it's Tim the Tatman did like a good skit on it when he was talking about playing like with the squad, where
Yeah.
you've got say for example it's Warzone or whatever game it is. If you're playing with like a group of friends, you need someone who sucks,
Mm-hmm.
but also doesn't mind sucking and being the bottom of the table.
Right.
Yeah,
You know,
make you
because if
feel
you've got
better.
all these big egos in there, like like shouting at each other, then it's not going to work. Anyone should go and like check the Twitter for it, because it was hilarious the way that
I've
he did
seen it. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
put it in my memes channel again the other day.
Uh-huh.
But I
Mhm.
don't think that when you've got like public lobbies, anyone really wants to be that person, and it completely drives out new people wanting to play the game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you're just reducing your
100%.
overall player base. You know.
I will
Especially
say
with Smurfs.
too.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%. Smurfing is such a bad
It
problem
will,
nowadays.
like
It is,
legit
it
ruin
is.
everything.
It's because you have so many free shooters, and the thing is, I
Mhm.
love free shooters because I'm somebody who grew up on like COD, and so I've grown my entire life playing shooters.
Right.
And so I still love them nowadays, but it's really interesting because there's kind of a divide right now. You have the people who are toxic for no reason, like they just no matter what, like especially to like women, people of color, stuff like that. They just
Yep.
it's instant toxicity,
Yeah.
which blows my mind. But then you also have kind of like this almost like a renaissance of people trying to like help new people and teach new people,
Mhm.
because like you'll hop into a game and sometimes there'll be somebody who's toxic right away and like, oh, why'd you do that, that's such a dumb move. And then somebody goes, it's literally my first game ever, like they're like, oh, I thought you were a Smurf account, my bad. And then they'll like try to help them, and
Yeah.
it's weird because there's some people who it's almost like a learned toxicity. I don't know
Right.
if that makes any sense, because I don't know if the community's just like shaping that or what, but
It was it's really weird, because I've seen this in real time as well. When Nikki went viral in Vietnam, they have a culture where they have extreme pockets of toxicity, but they also have like the same people like the same percentage of people like on the other end of the scale that would be like self-moderating.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd have like people jumping into the chat, and you'd have the people that were being sort of like like with the extreme toxicity would get called out by the other people and just like swamped and jumped on like straight away, because they didn't want um the the people to think like the Vietnamese were toxic.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mhm.
but it was like it
interesting.
was really good. It was like really good the way that it was self-moderating. It made your job like really easy. Well, not easy, but
Right.
easier when you had this like massive influx of like 10,000 people jumping into a chat, and you were just like, how the hell do you even deal with this when, because you can't stick 10,000 messages through Google Translate that quick, you know,
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
or
Right.
like
Right. Right.
mass ban people, yeah. And I thought it was something that was overall there was a will there to get rid of the toxicity, because they felt like they were representing something as a community as a whole, even though of course they'd never met, and they were sort of getting like bombarded into this new environment, be it like the Discord or her like channel, and then seeing what other people were doing.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's like a social studies thing. I thought it would have been quite interesting to do.
Right.
Interesting.
So, do we want to go to a new topic?
Yeah.
let's
Full
do
send.
it.
This one just says food, so I'm just gonna say food.
Fog.
I like that.
This is my fault. I ate burrito and thought food.
It's-
I also love that like the chat right now is representing with the exact 50-50 polls.
Oh yeah.
Keith and Colin, I
Yeah.
love that.
My,
This is
yeah.
my, like,
Literally.
my main thing.
I was gonna say we were like neck and neck on like who's the hottest kind of thing, like the entire
Oh,
time. I was just saying like
trying to keep it exactly.
Mine
even.
was such a
Top it,
fuck-
yeah.
that
I
is
was like,
so
I was like,
bullshit.
I was like,
10% of those
I was
200
like,
bits.
I was like, all right, we're doing cuts for this stream. You guys want 40 cents? Let's fucking go. Ghost, I don't know how I'm gonna do that for you. I ain't trying to convert shit, so I'm just gonna keep your cut.
As far as like food goes, I'm now looking at my diet where it's like, how can I make easy, quick meals? Like,
Yeah.
like the ADHD part when it's like, only eat, no cook. You know, I just need
Right.
food now or yesterday, or it's been like 7 hours and I've forgot to eat, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And the other part of it is, if we happen to do like a 24-hour stream, how, like, what do you eat, and like, how do you go about it so you don't die?
So my personal advice, other than obviously taking breaks, because I have a hard time taking breaks. A lot of you guys know that.
Yeah, I want to keep
Uh,
everything down like the minimal amount of time.
I would
You know what I
say like as far as like eating, everything like that, I would say just kind of eating like something that's quick, you know. I found that like, well, in general this kind of works for me, but with the subathons it just really works because it's really quick. And you can just make a lot of extra, but basically I would say like rice has really helped a lot. Like it's pretty easy to just kind of like get like a nice, you know, cup or something like that of rice and just kind of like, you know, rinse it out, whatever, throw it in the rice cooker and just kind of leave it, you know, come back and it's all ready to go. I just kind of put the rest of it in the fridge when I'm not done with, or, you know, when I'm done with it, and then have some like grilled chicken or some beef, stuff like that. I feel like it's just a good way to make something that's really filling, that's not going to be very time consuming if you have a rice cooker, and kind of provide a lot of different kinds of foods and stuff like that for you. So I found rice to be like kind of an anchor for my diet.
I've been looking at getting like a rice cooker for brown
I think
rice
you should do it.
particularly.
Yeah.
Brown rice or rice cooker in general has like saved my life. I love it to death. We just bought one for Christmas. That and an air fryer has saved me
Oh my god, yes.
so much
Air
time. If
fryers
you
are
don't own an
good.
air fryer, please go out, spend the $40 and get an air fryer. I promise you, it makes life like probably 20 times.
It's
like 20
like
times better.
microwave 2.0.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. I can't tell you how many foods that I thought were like tarnished and dead, and I'm like, oh, this is all done. You know, it's just kind of like, oh shit, dang it, this is weird. It's in the fridge now. You know, it's not gonna be good. And then I throw it in the air fryer, and I'm like, I had no idea the power of this equipment until I actually tried it for the first time. Like air frying fries. Like fries are always like something that just kind of chips for you, Ghost, so you know.
Yeah.
I would say are something that doesn't reheat very well. They just kind of like, they're like a you know, one and done kind of food, you know, and if you put them in the fridge, you're kind of fucked. Air fryers somehow are like a time machine for fries. and have saved so many poor lost fries from my fridge. Chat says we need to stretch, so make sure you stretch.
Okay.
Guys.
Okay, we're stretching.
I am stretching.
My genuine.
This
This is why air fryers are like just very overpowered.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Legit, I've cooked a whole chicken breast in an air fryer with like lining it with like tinfoil.
Yeah.
Damn.
One of the best pieces of chicken because it like helped keep all the juice and stuff inside of it. 10 out of 10 would I recommend.
I'll have to give that a shot.
Like dehydrate the food kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. I am
Hell
stretching.
yeah.
You see my eyes?
I stretch.
He's just caught in a like completely I don't know, he's just stuck. Like you know when you like make a weird face and you're just stuck because you're doing something? Yeah, that's exactly what's going on with him right now.
Noodles,
He's
staying with us.
constantly
Go.
stretching.
What's up?
Stay in contact.
I
What?
forgot where my camera was. I was
Well,
like,
now you're looking away from me. Wait, you're looking away
me.
from me now.
Wait, look at my camera though.
You need to look straight forward. Okay, there we go. All right.
Wait, what?
No, like, okay, look to
Okay.
your right a little bit. I see what he's trying to say. Like, look to your right a
I
little
understand
bit.
what you're saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have another question relating to food. Should I spend $35 on 4 boxes of Girl Scout cookies right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That's always gonna be yes.
Yes. Okay.
Even when I'm
done
on
it.
a diet, I'm like, yes.
Wait,
Yeah,
okay,
done
here's
it.
the thing though. What flavor?
Okay, I love Thin Mints. I will
Oh.
murder a person for
Cool.
Thin Mints.
In
And I
game.
mean that.
In game. In game.
Yes, in game.
Yeah, in game. In game. Of course.
If you steal my Minecraft Thin Mints,
Wait, only 4 boxes of just Thin Mints?
no.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Oh,
try
but
the
damn, that's
the Scout
dedication.
S'mores.
Right.
Yeah, Toffee Tastics.
I've never had those.
I haven't had
How
them
have
either.
I?
They interest me.
I like oh god, what are those ones called with like the coconut on them?
Yes.
What are those called?
Samoas, whatever.
Samoas. Yeah, those
Samosas?
are
Whatever.
samosas.
Samosas.
Samosas, yeah.
Whatever.
yeah, yeah.
Sam's.
Samoas? S'mores?
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 S'mores. S'mores.
No, those are good. Those are really good. Don't ill me.
So if
Coconuts-
we're still on the food topic then, what do you guys think? So like I'm eat meat. And like I don't mind if someone's vegan, vegetarian, right? But what do you guys think of the whole like the vegan vegetarian food trend kind of like sweeping
Well,
everywhere?
Like the opinions of
As
it?
your resident shitty vegetarian, like I try to be like vegan. Like if there's a vegan option, like I'll go for it. But
Mhm.
it's got, and yeah, I do like the sort of like the ethical arguments for it and the environmental arguments for it as well. However, I'm far from militant about it.
Yeah.
Like I still wear
Mhm.
like a leather jacket if I'm going out on a motorbike because I
Yeah.
like my skin being attached to my body.
Fair.
Do you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
It's an entire argument that for me it's not really an argument as because it's fucked up. I mean, obviously we're literally raising these cows to only be in this one area,
Right.
but at the same time, I have no real control, and not buying the steak isn't like that's how I view it.
It's not really
it's
going to
not
change
gonna affect
anything.
things in the sense of like a drastic measure
Right,
because
right.
I don't think we should have those mass cow farms because of the what's the like global warming and stuff. Like that's one of the worst causes for it.
I was gonna say it's more of a global warming thing at the end of
Yeah,
the day, like the impact
that's how I
that
view it.
those make in particular. I think it's like
yeah.
how much I remember seeing something about it like
So the amount of land that is used to like keep these cows going and the amount of water that is used for a lot of this cattle and all these other meats and whatnot,
right,
like it's far more than if you would plant vegetables and whatnot there.
right.
However, it depends on what it is. So, say for example, if you were like getting milk, I mean, milk is an argument in itself, but if you
Yeah.
were getting milk from cows and the sustainability of that versus getting the milk from almonds, which takes a shitload of water,
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
almond
that
milk's
is
really
like,
bad.
that's arguably worse.
Right.
Yes.
In certain degrees.
That's why you gotta
um,
go with oat milk.
Yeah, oat milk. I like oat
Oat
milk
milk's
on
incredible.
taste and stuff
Mhm.
like
Yeah, it
that.
is.
But I can't eat. It's not I can't eat vegan cheese. It's just vegan cheese. Just
Yeah.
every one I've tried sucks. So I eat normal cheese. You know what I mean?
That-
It's like
Mhm.
I think it's like I try, but at the same time I'm trying to make educated purchases, and I'm trying to use my consumer buying power to influence the market in a tiny way, and that's
Mhm.
it.
Like,
like-
I guess I kind of do the same because if I'm going to get like say like a ribeye to have for a nice steak dinner, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna go to like just a normal big supermarket and buy like a Walmart brand or something like
Right.
that. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go to a local butcher because one, genuinely
Same deal,
believe
yeah.
that you need to support local businesses.
Absolutely.
Rarely ever eat at like other places other than like Chipotle and Chick-fil-A. I
Mhm.
Yeah.
always go to local because these people need to live, and I give them my money because they make better food than any other
I
place
was gonna
can.
say, plus you're
But
getting a better quality too. Like,
yes, 100%. And it's going to a local like butcher feels just a little bit more just better for myself because the way they describe it, and it could just be lying, but like these are like grass-fed, free roam like cows. They're not locked up,
right?
milked for hours upon day, never gonna see grass in their life. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
And that all comes down to trust as well. Like you're
Mhm.
trusting the organization, you're trusting the
Mhm.
regulators and things like that. And that is for me like the issue where we've we've had to start doing that because the trust that we put in, say for example, like battery farm chickens
Mhm.
and how we allowed like our food standards, like this is an issue on both sides of um the ocean that
Mhm.
we thought like, yeah, you can fill them with antibiotics and you can keep them in like terrible conditions and you can do all this kind of stuff. But ultimately, then that the sort of the way that like massive like industrial farms went after profit, um, it's the knock-on effect that it then had on the food chain and the knock-on effect that it that had on the environment. So it was like the way that pesticides started making it into the water, um, the way that overall it's like sort of had like a detriment on our, like on our diets. But at the same time, the same companies are now starting to slap vegan stickers on any kind of crap,
yeah.
salty, sugar-filled
Facts.
food
Yep.
that
Yeah.
they can get
Yep.
their hands on. They're trying to adapt to the market and just being like, yeah, vegan doesn't mean healthy. You know
Yeah,
what I
No,
no,
mean?
it
not at all.
doesn't. It doesn't.
It also doesn't help that vegetables are probably the same price as like a good steak at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, the
It's
Yeah.
cost to
because
eat
of
healthy. Yeah,
yeah, it's really bad because if you want to know the truth, like I don't. Someone brought it up in chat, but there's genuine proof of it. Like if you treat an animal better, the product of their meat will 90% of the time be better. And
yeah,
it goes for like you can even look at like Wagyu, Japanese Wagyu. Those cows are literally treated like royalty. They're have miles of land. They get fed the premium like food.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure some places even play the music. And in the
Damn.
end of it, they are the most beautiful pieces of meat you could find like ever. And
And
Mhm.
they
it's
cost up the ass.
yeah,
yeah.
because
Yeah.
they actually treat them right and they can't just put them in a machine that they bought 15 years ago and don't have to pay for anymore. They just have to pay for the land. It's insane.
Mhm.
You don't get okay. The I can tell you because I've had Wagyu. It is the most incredible thing I've ever tasted in my life. When people say it melts in your mouth, it genuinely melts in your mouth.
That's
It is
crazy.
the most insane thing I've ever had.
It helps that unless you're cooking it yourself at home, that
Mhm.
generally like the quality of the food is in relation, like direct sort of like correlation to the quality of the restaurant as well.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like you're not getting like Wagyu burgers at McDonald's.
Yeah,
You
no,
know,
I had
you're
the
getting it
Wait,
at a
what?
decent like Michelin chefs preparing it, or you know,
it's so funny because there's a fast food place over by my friend Jared, and they serve Wagyu hot dogs that are $5. It is a normal ass hot
What?
yeah,
dog, and it actually tastes worse than a normal hot dog
What?
because it tastes like just bland. It's so
yeah.
weird.
That's so
It's
weird.
just
Oh,
it's so funny.
that's so.
Can you
But
believe?
it's
I would not have expected that at all, to
Yeah,
be honest with
it's
you.
horrible.
Yeah.
But like the main thing that I sort of like miss from like eating meat is yeah, like steaks is obviously one of them. But it was making like my own burgers,
Yes.
and then knowing what
Mhm.
ingredients I was putting into them, and then barbecuing them. So it was,
Mm,
like making the meat patty. You'd know where like the mince and stuff and everything was coming from. Like I don't miss like fast food elements of it at all.
Mhm.
mm.
Um, and that was something that I was like quite surprised about. That like I thought it would be cups of tea would be an issue, and that nearly broke me. But until I discovered like oat milk with like barista grade, so it doesn't like separate in tea and coffee,
Right.
and then yeah, the other one was like I thought like just when I can't be asked, and I just want like a quick meal, and it was going to be like fast food that I needed to eat. But
Mhm.
there's so much junk food now. I've put on like 2 stone, so there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vegan, not necessarily healthy.
Okay,
But
I have something to say that could
go
kind
on.
of translate into something we talked about earlier, but I want to go more in depth. Um, Personally, for me, cooking is one of my favorite things to do, and it genuinely helps with like anxiety or depression
Oh yeah.
because it gives me that um feeling of like I'm doing something. Look what I made. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
And
like it's a better meal as well at the end of the day.
the reason I'm saying that is kind of what are those things in life other than talking to friends that kind of give you that same enjoyment and the same feeling of like no, not as much pressure in life whenever you do said thing.
So you get different things as well though, because that's like a thing with ADHD where it's like
Mm,
certain tasks seem like impossible. Like
mm.
before doing the dishes, it's like I'd rather climb a massive
Yes.
mountain. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yes.
honestly.
Afterwards though, I get like a different kind of enjoyment from it. But
Mm,
beforehand, it's like an impossible task. Like
yes.
things that don't immediately give you that select sort of like serotonin button that I can just push
Right, you're
over and
I
just
over
looked at
like
my
again.
you
desk
just
when he
dread
said that,
it.
and I'm like, "Yeah, you're right. I'd
Yeah,
rather walk.
yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
rather walk from where I am to your house."
Like the cooking element of it again,
Yeah,
excellent. But I
the
used to live
cleaning
with a
side of it.
friend that honestly he was the messiest chef, and it caused me pain.
Oh
Like I love him to
no.
bits, but like every time I'd like come back and like I'd open the door to the kitchen and it looked like a bomb had went off, and
Oh
I'd
my
just
god.
close the door and just go right back out and get a takeaway. You know what I mean? It's just like, nope, can't handle that. But I think it that's probably where like gaming comes in for me,
Mhm,
where
Yeah.
it's getting that immediate, especially like with games that have achievements,
mhm.
fast to do, put that in.
Mm-hmm.
It's that instant, you know, well done, pat on the
Satisfaction.
back. Yeah, you know.
Right, right. I think for me it's more about like the overall satisfaction of like my skill, I guess. So like for the amount of time that I put into games and I'm able to pull something off that's really good, I think that's like
Mm.
that's my thing. You know, I get a triple kill or something like that in League or something like that, and I'm like on top of the world, man. And I'm just like, man, that's awesome. Like, um, but like cooking, for instance, like kind of going back to that a little bit, like I struggle to cook as well. But I would say like it's always in the beginning when you're like setting shit up and you know getting everything that you need, and I always feel like I'm so underprepared for like anything. Like I feel like I will, if I can finally get my mind around to actually cooking and actually sustaining myself as a human being, I always feel like I'm missing something. I always feel like there's something, you know, in my mind's just all over the place. But then when I'm actually like, you know, I have like that tilapia on the pan or something like that or whatever. Like I don't know why it's nice, and I don't know if it's because it's smelling good because I'm cooking it or something like that. And my brain's just like, oh, you know, fuck yeah, this is gonna taste so good, man. And then
Mm.
I swear, I'm like Remy from Ratatouille. I'm like throwing shit all over it and smelling it, and
Yeah.
and the thing is I don't really indulge in like cooking too much. But the thing is I have kind of like a natural talent to just smell something and just know like, okay, this is kind of what I need to do, you know. And I feel like that's where my brain just kind of like kicks off from that point, you know. But before, like it's always like starting up and getting into the mood to do something like that.
Yeah,
And
getting that motivation to start.
right, and rice cooker, I'm telling you, you know.
Yes.
Like you just literally just wash your rice, let it go, you know.
Then you're done.
And you don't have to worry about it. And that's I think that's the most gratifying thing, is that I'm not investing in it. therefore I'm not worrying about it. Therefore I'm not like, okay, this sucks, because I could just throw my rice in, literally just play a game, because I'm not sitting around. It's so fast. And you know, then I come upstairs, I'm like, oh, I'm hungry, and my rice is done. And I'm like, oh wow, how'd that happen? Like, I don't fucking remember us playing, Valorant or some shit with Noodle. I mean, it's just one of those things where you can just kind of like step away from it. I feel like that's been a really nice thing for me personally. But
Question, Matt.
What's up?
Do you get that same like satisfaction and like feeling from whenever you do like a drawing, like your Alphonse and your like Edward Elric drawings? Like, do they make you feel the same as that? Because like both are amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
And that's just something that came to mind whenever you
I would say, like, in the line art, like, sketch phase and shit like that, fuck no. I feel like I'm constantly, like, you'll see me, so I, like, my hands shake a lot, so I'm constantly, like, undoing my lines over and over and over and over and over again, because it's not perfect. And that part of it drives me nuts, right? But the moment I start to color fill and try different methods and start, like, shading differently and stuff like that, and I actually start to see the thing coming together, is when I start to kind of get excited. I love the coloring part of it very, very much. And don't get me wrong, I don't hate line art at all. I feel like drawing in general is just really relaxing per se, but there are moments in that chunk of time where I'm losing my mind over a fucking line that I've drawn 17 times. I can't tell you how many times. I mean, every artist that could probably relate to this, where they're just sitting there hitting the undo button just over and over and over and over and over again, because it's just not right. And I feel like a lot of that is just because I'm a perfectionist, but also like I shake a lot and it just kind of like throws me off. But yeah, I would say I find that satisfaction more so in the coloring than anything. So
okay. That's it for all the topics that was written down. So now we're all going freeform.
Yep,
I
freeform
have one
pod.
more thing to add to that. When you're cooking and you're like, oh, I can just throw it in and go play a game. I am awful at like remembering things about like,
yeah.
oh, I did this. My roommate more than once will come into my room. He goes, "This was in the microwave." Bags of popcorn, like
Yeah.
I had like a fucking bowl of beans or something like that. He's like, "Dude, this was in." I was like, "Oh, I put that in there like 5 hours ago." He's like, 5 hours,
bro.
That again is like a life
Oops.
hack. So when I'm like writing down recipes and stuff like that, or when I'm cooking and it's been evolved over time, it starts off and it's not like, I'll say like, so one thing that's quite simple is like halloumi and rice, where there's like three elements to it. You've got like spinach, so you've got like salad on the bottom, you've got rice that goes with it, and then you've got halloumi. But if you say that the halloumi needs like 20 minutes in the frying pan and then the rice needs 25, that is no use to me.
Right.
Because what will happen is I'll have halloumi cooking for 20 minutes and then I'll go, oh shit, I haven't started the rice. And then I'm like, no, what the fuck do I do now? This is going to be cold.
Yeah.
That's like part of the meal's finished and the rest of it isn't. So like the way that I write stuff down now is like, I've got this amount of time to do like the prep for this. At this point, 8 minutes or 10 minutes in, this is when I should start this part. And the same goes like I'll modify it for my own like cooker. So it's like I need 8 minutes to preheat this, I need 10 minutes to do this part, and I need X amount of time to like put it all together.
Right.
And that is like, again, one of the things that I was like told by someone like in the ADHD community, that if you keep screwing up like the timings of different foods, just write your own instructions down. Screw like cookbooks and stuff like that, because they're not built for your brain. You know what I mean? Like you can do a lot better on your own.
I know like one thing that really I'm really not great at, and I know Phoebe will absolutely flame me for this in particular, is I forget to eat quite a bit. Like especially when I'm hyper focused on my streams or my games, or just like spending time with somebody, quality time with somebody or whatever. and it would be like fucking 16 hours or some shit, and I'm like, oh shit, I haven't eaten, or like people just be like, hey, have you eaten? I'm like, would you still like be my friend if I told you no?
Yeah.
I haven't eaten today.
Bruh, dude, yeah, I should probably eat too. Just
you kinda
yeah, no, I'm literally the worst consistent eater in the history of ever. Yeah, I literally am. It's so bad. But
Yeah, like,
it's not
schedules
for any
need not
particular
apply.
reason. It's not for any particular reason other than like my brain just goes somewhere else. And it's just like, yeah, you got essential vitamins and minerals and all that stuff stored in your body already. You'll survive. Like, you'll be all right.
I've definitely noticed that I've gotten better at that. Honestly, I like when I was in college, dude. There would be days where it's like, oh, I had a slice of pizza 24 hours ago. Nice. And then like I just go about my day, you know? But nowadays I'm like, oh, I actually ate breakfast today. Cool.
Mhm.
And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go eat a sandwich right now. Or oh, I'm gonna cook some chicken. Or like just I'm remembering things a lot better. And it's for no other reason than just like time passing, I guess. I don't know. Like
And it's
yeah.
the things like if you eat regularly and you get sleep regularly, you feel better, and that ties into like like mental health and self care and everything else.
Yeah.
But if it isn't
Drink water.
the harder,
Water.
yeah, and oh my god, drinking the right amount of water a day.
Oh my god.
I drink a gallon of water every day.
How do normal people do
I
this?
no,
what I
for
mean?
me
It's like
it's like
power.
for
You know?
me it's like it's coffee. Like
Yeah.
I mean,
Mhm.
I have something of a caffeine addiction myself, and I think that's the closest I can get to water is just extreme amounts of coffee. But I was so sleep deprived this morning because I couldn't sleep, or like I woke up at like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, and like I had to go and get like fingerprinted at a job this morning, and I was really, really tired. I slept like shit, and I was like, you know what? I deserve a nice coffee from like this really, really nice coffee shop in the town that I went to go do like work stuff or whatever. And it was like an iced peppermint mocha, right? And I was like, let's fucking go. This shit tasted really good. And then all of a sudden, like, I don't know if it was because I was tired and I had just like, I guess the coffee was like a lot stronger than I thought it was, but I was just like so fucking hyper this morning, and I don't know why. I definitely I know I was
I can
slamming my head
attest
on
to
the
that,
keyboard. I called Noodle and I was like, my brain, and then he's like, you need to nap, and I'm like, but there are things to do, and it was just like, but I don't know why it hit me so differently today, but it was so good. I fucking love coffee, but I know Ghost had kind of mentioned like the whole fingerprinting post office thing or whatever. To give you guys a bit of context, I am seeking employment from my local post office as a city carrier, and basically you have to go. I mean, it's a government job, so you have to go get fingerprinted, and the place that I have to go get fingerprinted at is in a different town. And the first time I went, basically, their systems were completely fucked up. So here I am looking like an idiot driving 30 minutes out of my way basically to go get fingerprinted or whatever, and then they're like, oh, that sucks, I guess you're gonna have to come back. And I'm like, okay. So who knows, maybe they stole my fingerprints. I have yet to find out what they're gonna do with that. I mean, who knows, maybe I'll be blamed for weird stuff in the future because some lady was just like, oh fuck yeah, I've been waiting for this moment all my life. But no, I went back in today, and I got so nervous because the thing wasn't working again, but it finally fucking cleared or whatever. But I guess my question to you guys was like, you sounded kind of like weirded out by that. What was your? Do you guys not do that over in the UK
No,
for
it's
like
like,
government jobs?
yeah,
Or?
the I know that the USPS is still federal, and the equivalent in the UK was Royal Mail.
Right.
But if you went to the average like postal worker in the UK, because it's now a private organisation, but even when it wasn't, even when it was like still the Queen's own postal service, and said, right, we're going to fingerprint all the stuff, they'd be like, oh, fuck right off. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
unless
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a police officer that's coming and you've been arrested, and then even so now, like, there's still like debates over whether or not they should be allowed to take DNA at the point of arrest. You know, it just people would just be like, no. They'd be like, people would be up in arms about it. But in America, it's like, okay, and
we're
it's
just like,
yeah,
okay.
like why? Why are we allowing like
Because I want to get cloned.
Well, it's like
the same.
there. Do you have any faith in them being able to manage your data correctly?
Oh,
Listen,
fuck
if
no!
you wanna know
Oh,
the
fuck
truth,
no! No,
for
fuck
them
no!
to take your
Do you think
fingerprints,
you
know
know
what I mean?
you know the kind of person I am? I do not I really do not like to stand in any particular way with the integrity of certain departments of my government. I will put it that way lightly. But we're in such a time now where we have to just fucking do things because of COVID and everything like that. Like, I really don't want to work this job. I'm just gonna put that out there. I really don't.
Yeah.
And
but it just seemed bizarre to me the fact that again you have people who say like, oh, you know, you've just went and ordered your free like on this is like Americans on Twitter, and it's like,
yeah.
Oh, you know, you've just ordered your free COVID test and now you're in that database. But at the same time, you're getting fingerprinted for doing like a basic federal job that would have like no barrier to entry for anyone.
I mean, you know, if you steal grandma's, you know, birthday card or whatever, I mean.
Oh yeah. I can understand like why, but at the same time, it's just bizarre to me as well.
I don't really get it either. Snick brings up a good point in chat too. The education system of our country is not. What do you guys think about that? I'll go ahead and ask.
Hello guys, welcome to the Wayward Political Podcast. Today we're going to be talking about the educational system.
The educational system.
And I think the educational system, because I have a lot of people that I know personally in the field of being a teacher, I think it's fucking stupid.
Oh yeah.
I think they deserve almost quadruple the pay.
Oh yeah.
Because they get treated like shit. I know this literally basically secondhand because of my sister.
I think 99%
about
of
it
is not the issue isn't with the educators.
No,
it's
99%
is there's also administrators and everything also fall into the category of educators and that as well.
If you want to know the truth, like with the whole political thing I just said, I genuinely think this goes beyond politics. I don't think this is
I don't think this is a political thing either.
It's so bad.
I think no. I think the problem with it is like state/federal funding. First off, so you know, teachers.
No barrier to
teachers.
entry.
Yeah, teachers are first of all getting completely screwed out of pay. A, B, they are funding things that, you know, are probably going to make the schools more money and everything like that, but also suppressing things that are also good. You know, for example, my school almost shut down the art field entirely when I was just about to leave high school. Like they were like on the brink of like, okay, we need to actually cut these courses because we don't have the money for it, kind of thing. Same with like drama club and stuff like that. You know, it's just not, it doesn't make as much money as football, you know what I mean? Yeah. As American football. So like they're not going to put their time and everything like that into it, and I feel like it's very unfair, you know, for people who are more, you know, on the it's always the art classes, art, music, everything like that. It really is, and it's like I feel like
why you shouldn't be running it for profit.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like there's just too much like I guess one-sided suppression. I feel like you're just kind of losing out on, you know, one half of whatever, and I feel like everybody feels the need that they have to go into like this whole 9-to-5 job type deal or whatever. They aren't really allowed to think entrepreneurially, you know what I mean? I feel like the you know, I had one entrepreneurial class, and it was like so poorly structured that it was like nobody really knows what it's like anymore to kind of go out and be their own thing. They kind of have to rely on a system that's built for them, and I just feel like that sucks. That's just kind of like where I sit at. Like, I feel like it's underfunded, and it's kind of biased in the things that they fund per
Oh,
se.
100%. Because
So
like, I mean, my teacher has to spend almost like $500 per like school year just off of material for like kids to do stuff.
right,
So it's an entire, it's just so dumb.
it is.
I mean, the other ways that you've got like is like entry into like education for a job is you've got apprenticeships, where people like learn on the job directly for a specific employer,
Mm-hmm.
which I think are great, but they're on the they're on the decline, as
Yeah.
well as like the specific job openings for them. So it's like you've got a there is no I can't see any benefit to having a less educated workforce over like a longer period of time, and that is the only thing that happens when you've got a higher barrier to entry where tuition fees are increasing.
Oh my god.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And then obviously like people not being able to afford it to be able to pay the loans back doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I remember when I went into a comic store with my dad a couple years ago, and how proud this person was that they finally paid off their college debts, and they're like in their 40s.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
And I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me, man? Like,
yeah, it's really
that's
bad.
insane. That is insane. You are dumping so much time and money into something, that it's like." And the thing is they weren't even doing anything with the degree. I mean, like, a lot of times there's no like, hey, you can go this way with a degree, or you can go this way, because I feel like a lot of degrees are just kind of bullshit.
Mhm.
Same on like actual on the job education for like a lot of things where it's people get certified in certain fields as well.
Oh yeah.
And when you get on the job training for a lot of things, the actual certificate isn't worth anything,
Oh yeah.
especially in like new industries like to do with IT technology.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people that they get certified, they know like fuck all about the actual subject matter,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, it's purely something that you can use to increase um your salary like in the workplace, which is fine.
Yeah.
Like that has its own place as well,
Right.
but it doesn't really help get you a wider understanding of the subject matter like a college education would, because the differences between like university courses in the UK and like a college education in the US, a university course in the UK is all based upon that specialization. So you don't have like a major and then have like other courses that you do.
Right.
It's
Right.
just
Right.
purely one thing. So like if you went to go and do media studies or art or IT or mathematics or like astrology, like astrology, astronomy, you'd only be
Astrology.
yeah, you'd only be doing that one thing for the
The
for the duration of the
Pisces.
course.
I'm a Leo.
Yeah.
Dude, same.
Oh my god. Wait.
Dude, we
Hold
could-
on. We've had a conversation here. Are you actually a Pisces noodle? Or are you
No, I'm a Gemini.
You're a Gemini.
I
I feel like
I know jack shit about astrology.
I was gonna
I
say,
was
I'm
gonna
gonna
say-
keep it a, I'm gonna keep
I
it a
did
buck
not-
50. I don't know shit about what that means.
No,
was
I mean,
actually-
neither
was
do I.
talking to someone about it last night.
Oh my goodness.
I just
If she asks you what time you
I
were
know.
born and what month it is, run away. Run
Dude,
away.
okay,
Fast and far.
I made that mistake. I was like, oh, she actually has an interest in my personality. Like, right, like, this is sick.
That means? Oh,
Yeah, no, like
fuck.
it like breaks down like your whole fucking mental processing basically, or whatever, as best as it can without like uh like fuck, I'm trying to think of like how to say it. like outside sources, like depression, ADHD, anxiety, stuff like that. Obviously, it's not going to be able to be like, oh, well, you were born at this time. That means you are completely fucked and you have 7 mental illnesses.
Yeah.
Like,
So one of the ways that I see astrology, right, is it's like an interesting thing where people can connect and like they can figure out, oh, like we all have this and similar, and we were born near the same month and stuff. But it's for me. So I had a coworker back when I worked at a TV station in my hometown, and they were like they took it very seriously. And
right.
to me, it's, in my opinion, it's cool if you think about it and you like if you have certain beliefs like about certain like why certain things happen. But it's when you take it like that dead seriously, where it's almost like a religion,
Mm-hmm.
then that's where it gets so screwed up. Because
Yeah,
this
when they
guy,
start throwing horoscopes into it, it's like, today you will meet your whatever,
when you
the
start,
love of
Yeah.
your life, and start a new job and
Right.
do all these things, and then you're just like, someone doing like a blind reading and taking like a crapshoot in the dark should not be the way to live your life. you know?
literally,
Yeah.
it's just like, so the stars are like this today. That means you get to excuse all of my shitty behavior. So, like this just gives me an
Yeah.
excuse to be a fucking dick today because the
Yeah.
stars said I could be. Like,
Yeah, Mercury's in
literally,
retrograde, so I'm going to be an asshole.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
yeah, no, astrology is very interesting. And we popped off that based off of the college talk. But
Right.
Circle right there has a really good point where bachelor's degrees and even master's degrees right now, they're being required for positions that pay $10 to $15.
That's insane.
There was at my old job, there was a position that required you to have a master's degree in order to do certain lab work,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and it paid $16 an hour.
Yeah.
What? That
Yeah,
blew
I,
my mind.
I went in for a job once, and they needed someone that not only was qualified, like there was a multi-page thing of qualifications and for like experience. It was like multiple years for various different things. And then on the other part of it, the other aspect of it was they also needed like everything that was in this field from basically a medical background who effectively would have been a radiographer. So they needed someone who had done 2 entirely vocational careers at the same time to then come in for like an entry level job. And you were just
Right.
like, who wrote this job spec? And the job ended up being like, and they were only taking internal applications as well. So I kept tracking it, and the job spec ended up being open for like 2 years. Well, that was just again like a failure in management. And you thought
Mm-hmm.
the people that were putting these together couldn't have even applied for the jobs themselves.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
It's pretty
So-
pathetic that you need a degree, to make the same amount of money as you could make working at, fucking McDonald's or
Chick-fil-A.
Starbucks or
Yeah.
some shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm.
it's not. I don't know. I have a very, 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 very not great opinion of just the college education system. Not exactly education in general, just like dumping $40,000-$50,000 or whatever it is into basically what you could make, down
Yeah.
the street. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, you're doing what you love, but like, is it worth $50,000 of debt?
You shouldn't
Paying it
get hurt
off
for
or
doing what
whatever.
you love.
Again, though, I think it's all like we're angry at the wrong thing. I don't think it's necessarily the education system.
No,
I think
it's
like,
not.
the vehement, like vapid capitalism that's encroached.
It's tuition.
In the education
It's
system. Yeah.
tuition. It's literally tuition. Like, I feel like there's nothing wrong with education in general. It's just like, it's insane. I don't know. I don't feel like I've looked at it the same ever since that. I had that conversation with that guy at the store who was like, I just paid it off. I'm 40 something years old. I'm like, oh my fucking god.
Yeah.
So, oh, go ahead.
No, mine's point's unimportant.
Okay, mine point is also unimportant. We gotta.
Unimportant, gang.
Okay.
Not
Unimportant,
important.
To continue the, I guess, political topic, what color Among Us character do you guys choose?
Red.
Black.
Lime green.
Y'all motherfuckers always choose my colors, or some asshole always chooses my colors.
You snooze, you
'Cause-
lose, man. You
Yeah,
snooze,
I
you
mean,
lose.
you have a purple sign back there.
I
Wait, purple's
always
not in the
go
game, is it?
purple. I always go purple, and then someone like the next game, someone clicks ready for next game, and they somehow have purple. automatically chosen.
I hate
See,
that.
you're getting angry at us for no reason because all of us didn't choose purple.
Oh no,
None of
but
us
it's-
chose purple.
I've
I
capitalized
just
red.
give Matt shit because whoever Matt invites always chooses purple.
Oh,
I'll
we aren't
fight
inviting
them.
him. We aren't inviting him anymore.
Oh
so
no,
it's not-
it's just some
no,
the
I.
last time we played, someone chose purple. I was like,
Oh yeah, I don't remember.
no,
Like,
I honestly
fuck.
don't give a shit. It's whatever colors open.
No, I feel like everybody
never choose red,
knows.
though.
Everybody knows that red is my color. I feel like everybody knows that black is Ghost's color. You know, like I feel like we've
soul.
yeah, we've kind of gotten. This is kind of weird, but like we've kind of magnetized towards colors as we kind of like build ourselves into like, you know, like Twitch and stuff like that. And I just think it's really weird. Like like you think of a color and you immediately like relate it to somebody, and it's just kind of weird. I don't know. Is it just me? But I don't know. Every time like I ask like what people think of the color red, they're like you, and I'm like, oh, that's not what I meant. But
Matt, you have such red energy.
I have red. I am red.
So again, another useless topic. I like to point out, I got free shipping on my Girl Scout cookies because I added one more, and
Hog.
5 cookies gives me
Nice.
free shipping. So I saved
Jesus
$13.
Christ.
Thank you.
The question is, how much more did you spend to save that $13?
5.
Well, that's not bad actually.
Yeah, not at all.
Steal.
Not at all.
I'm just reading everything that's getting thrown.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm reading chat
Energy,
too.
That's what we're looking at.
Oh, I didn't even
Are
notice
we-
the chat was going.
Yeah, chat's been popping.
I mean, we
No,
have been
yeah.
going for about an hour and 40-ish minutes.
Do we want to
Yeah,
wrap up
I'm-
with like
I-
Q&A or?
Yeah.
I
do
mean,
we-
it's up to you. I'm satisfied for where we are now, but I can keep going.
Doesn't matter.
I'm happy. I'm actually like super psyched that I might end up actually like streaming tonight as well. I think I'm feeling
Yeah.
like I might just go and like hammer some espressos and then just never sleep.
As long as you don't hurt yourself.
Another
No,
26
Yeah,
hours.
like,
stream.
don't do
appropriately.
that.
Yeah.
No. You take care of yourself.
To be fair, I didn't actually feel that bad. Like the problem was that after I finished that stream, I then didn't go to sleep for like another 7 hours.
It's-
That was the issue. I was just like,
I-
espresso was fun.
Dude, I hate that.
Yeah.
Like you get so I guess I want to say like just invest in what you're doing so your body's just like,
Yeah.
all right, we're not going to sleep ever, and then like you're finally wrapping up and it's just like, okay, we're staying up for like another 9, 10, 11, 12 hours because I said so. And you have things to do, like you have things to do. And it's just like your body's just like, no, we're not. No, you wanted to not sleep. We're not sleeping now. Like, so. Oh man, do we have any bits of Q&A in the Discord yet, or do you guys want to throw anything in there now? Anything that we wanted to chat about real quick while we had everyone here?
I personally wanted to ask you guys on how you feel how this went as a first episode. I mean, I feel
loved
like
it.
that's an opinion that needs to be said.
I loved it, honestly.
Yeah,
I was
I-
like,
I
I would
genuinely-
definitely do this again.
If you
yeah.
wanted the truth, I didn't think this was gonna work because, like I said, I don't really know you guys, but it ended up what I expected to be 5, 6 out of 10 to a genuine 10 out of 10. I definitely would do this.
mm-hmm. I agree.
Honestly,
We do have one question, but I think it's already been answered with the poll, which was who was the most sexy, and that went to
Ghost.
Mr. Noodle Hair over
That's
there.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, you
obviously.
won the poll, man. You won the poll. That's
You
how
won
that goes.
it.
The chat has spoken. Irrespective.
Gus,
of
Gus was
Okay,
biased.
so-
He's just sitting he's just
just
hitting the
sitting
bits
there.
thing over and over again. He's like, come on.
okay, so my real thoughts about the podcast, I hated it. 0 out of 10.
0 out of 10.
Don't-
Worse.
Don't blame you.
I'm out. See you later, guys.
If you want to if you guys want to follow me on my shitty channel, it's Noodle Hair TV.
Yes,
yes. Don't tell him. Hey, yeah. So, anyways, that's how much I love Noodle.
I heard you shout out the Fuck you.
Yeah.
Ashton.
So we have something in chat here. Hottest anime character ever. Do we have opinions on it? Do we all have opinions on this?
On anime?
Yeah.
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 I know Noodle does not watch anime, but
Okay, I have
Yeah,
an
my
opinion
brain
on
is empty
this
at the
on
moment.
this question.
okay, fair. Okay, I'll start. I would say Trevor Belmont from Castlevania, fucking by far. I'd kiss that man. The end.
Frankie from One Piece.
What are you guys thinking?
I'm probably going like purely and simply. There must have been a reason why I watched like Ghost in the Shell like 20,000 times.
Hey,
Well,
that's pretty
yeah.
good.
Major
Yeah.
Motoko Kusanagi it would be.
Yeah.
Okay, so my answer. So Spirited Away. I had to look this up because
Yeah.
it's been so long since I've seen the movie. No Face. Damn. Thick.
Thick.
That's the
There you
guy with the
go.
mask, right?
I think the
Yeah.
throat goat.
Yeah. No Face.
Bad
It's-
calling him the
Damn.
throat goat.
Thick as fuck, dude. Wait, is my nickname still the Throat Goat in your Discord?
It is.
That's why
It
I said
is.
it actually, because I remembered that.
That's what's up.
I literally tagged you on the fucking status and popped up Throat Goat, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And then I put in parentheses, this is Noodle, Ghost, and Spice, by the way, because you guys' names are all scuffed in my Discord.
And
I think
then
my
we've
name's
got
like
Hair
Spice.
Fucker, which is
It's like Spicy Show or something.
Noodle in mine, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
K-fucker in yours, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Matt in my Discord is Sperm Demon
It is.
97.
It is. Oh my god. Fuck. Xenon is pretty good.
Honestly, I enjoyed the podcast.
I enjoyed it
yeah,
too.
yeah.
I had a hell of a time. I feel like I feel like we should do this more often. And I know we started late. No
It
fault
was
to
only
my
17
own.
minutes, which I think is probably going to be a personal best.
Let's
not
I mean,
you know,
to be fair, that's not bad for literally waking
No.
up 2 minutes
Yeah, as
before the start time. To be fair, I was not dressed. I was not prepared. I had to fix overlays and shit like that. 15 minutes, not fucking bad.
Yeah. It's like our plans were up here, or like our dreams were like we were shooting for the moon.
Yeah.
Our execution is right on par. for the
Right on
rest of our
par. Right
content.
on par. Yeah, exactly. This is what it's gonna be like. Just so you guys know, any announcement we make, just know it's probably gonna be 17 minutes late
15
from
minutes,
add 15 minutes from the actual start time.
And if
From this
any
point.
of you beautiful people in chat ever want to play games with me, remember add at least 2 hours to the start
Oh
time.
my fuck shit! I gotta hit Ghost up like a week before, and I'm just like, hey,
Yeah,
is
then
your
you
brain
still have to
working?
wait
Because
2
mine's
hours.
not. Yeah, and then you still wait 2
Yeah.
hours, but then it's because of me, or like, like we've done that a lot where we're just like, hey, let's do this thing, and then he's like, oh, I'm running late, and then we're like, all right, let's go, and then I'm like, wait, shit, now I'm running late, like. So then it's like it's like an hour and a half after the fact because we're both just so fucking chaotic energy, like.
Yeah, there was another group that like one of the things I was trying to schedule in over Christmas was making sure that I watched like Die Hard like around Christmas because that's like my
Best Christmas movie.
main Christmas movie, and I watched that the second week in January. So there you go.
Let's go.
But at least we got
pod.
it in, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Definitely.
So if we're thinking we want to do this more often, what do we say about 2 weeks from now?
I'd like
to-
yeah,
the
Two
9th
weeks?
of February.
Yeah.
I'm down.
What was the date?
The 9th of February.
The 9th of
Okay.
February. I am very down for that.
Yeah, same.
Are we probably planning around like the same start time or something a little bit
Yeah.
sooner?
If Ghost is okay with it, because I do feel bad
Yeah,
about
no, that's we've went over the reasons and stuff, so we're sorted.
it. Yeah.
Poggers.
All right. Well,
I think
guess
this is a good spot to, I guess, wrap it up on. But
Yeah,
I appreciate
thank you.
all of the love and support. Please,
Yeah.
go follow everybody here. Go follow our. We have, what do we have? We have Twitter. We have
Twitter and Instagram. for
Instagram.
the podcast.
We will export this hopefully to Spotify here soon and YouTube. I think it's the plan, right, guys? Is that
Yeah.
good or
Yeah.
okay? Go follow Ghost,
know, like-
Spice, and Noodle. Can we get a shout out for those mods, please? Maybe.
we've got-
What's the command? I don't know.
Exclamation mark
WH.
WH.
WH. Okay,
H.
cool. Go fucking follow them. Join the Discord there. You can join my Discord. If you guys want to plug in your Discords as well, feel free to do that as well.
I've just slapped the WH command is the
Wayward
yeah.
Discord. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All good. Well, I think that'll be it for tonight. But I
Let's go find
appreciate
another
everybody.
podcast to
Yeah, I was
raid.
gonna say let's find another podcaster gamer to raid, because that was a hell of a lot of fun.
Well,
Yeah.
seeing as we, I'm just gonna like completely commandeer this, but seeing as we all met through Lily's channel and she is live now.
Yes.
That
would
that's a good way. That's a good way to
definitely
close
for,
the door.
Yeah, she's
Let's
on
go
the partner
partner.
grind as well.
That
Yeah.
is a good point. We are going to raid
Definitely.
Lily. Absolutely. Give her tons of love. Please, again, give us all a follow. Go hang out with Ghost. I think he's going live here in a little bit.
I'm gonna have some coffee. I want to play some Valheim.
I was gonna say,
try
you
and,
streaming some Valheim?
force you
Okay,
two
poggers.
to like come and kill a third boss, maybe.
Okay,
I will be on to kill the third boss. if
Dude,
we
let's
do it
go.
tonight.
Let's
This is
go.
what we're talking about.
Hey
Let's
guys.
go, let's go, let's
Twitch.tv
go.
/SuperFriendsBye.
Yeah, literally go follow everybody. Everybody unfollow me right now. Just go follow them. I don't really care.
Well, why that?
Follow us nothing.
But yeah, thank you all so very much for hanging out. I had a lot of fun, and we will see you guys with this on the 9th around 10:30 Eastern. We'll get an event up. Just be there, be square. I don't know, but thanks for hanging out, guys.
Thanks everyone.
Bye, guys.
Now we've got like a 20-minute raid win.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
Now we
yeah.
gotta. Now I just gotta.